Welcome back, everybody. xSynistr here. You remember recently we did a domination breakdown on the map Hazard. And if you remember, we discussed the importance of controlling the middle B area. And we do this by controlling the golf cart room and then the A spawn. And that gives us direct line of sight onto the B flag. Now, with the emergence of the Express playlist, I think it's important to look at Team Deathmatch because many of us are ended up playing Deathmatch that normally wouldn't be playing it. And the power area of Team Deathmatch on the map Hazard is different. It's not so much in the center of the map, but more in the pool area. Now, as a companion video to the previous video with the Mark of J on Domination on this map, I've used another Mark of J gameplay in Team Deathmatch to really illuminate this. And he does it better than anybody that I've been able to find. Now, similar to his initial rush in Domination, he moves up to the center of the map here and uses a long-range gun. His weapon selection is a more long-range gun because he could be a little bit more patient. There's not the pressure of gaining the B flag or flipping the spawn in this case. More so, it's about gaining the high ground, getting a good line of sight dominance on this map. And there's really no better place than the pool area. Now you'll see as he advances through the map, he slides along and establishes his position on this pool area. Now, if you'll see here, here's kind of a third-person view, and you can really see how the elevated, protected area of the pool provides a great line of sight into the enemy spawn. And you'll see them spawning down there on that green on that side of the map, but Mark of J, by sliding and edging on the pool area, can control all of their ingress points onto his location. And as they spawn, they become fodder for his long-range weapon choice. Now, it's one thing to actually have the high ground, but it's more important to actually use it to your advantage. And Jay does a great job by edging, watching the enemies spawn, and then paying attention to the ingress points, not only in front of him, but behind him. He does this by constant movement, sliding, covering, concealment. You'll see here, some of his play is just exquisite to watch. In and out, along the rocks. Now, at this point, he makes a decision to move across the map because he recognizes that the traffic has moved onto the ocean side and to his original spawn area. Now, one important thing to note here is that he actually waited to make his move from the high ground when he had put a blackbird up in the area. Now, this is so critical because now he knows exactly where everybody is, and he can adjust his movement through the map in accordance with his enemy's movement to set himself up for the best chance of success. Now, he actually has earned a chopper gunner here, but we'll cut that out. Now, after his chopper gunner, he makes a move across the map that I think is important to point out how he moves. Now, if you look at an overhead view here, he slides from rock to rock, and this is a good counter to someone who has established a dominant position into the pool area. So, if you're in the pool area, be aware of somebody moving across, but use it as your high ground to control Team Deathmatch. If there is an enemy there, Jay shows a great counter to this by moving from the rocks, vertical movement, behind the rock, establishing cover, a lateral slide, and then a progression up into the pool area to control it. Now, he continues to do some work here, and he does it in such a great way. I think it's just important to watch. So he does, instead of going into the open area, he slides along the rock, reducing his sight picture for the enemy. Now, as he slides across, he moves, instead of going into the obvious side, he spins around, goes into the air, and actually is ready for the gunfight if his enemy were still alive. Now, his teammate had just killed him just a few seconds prior. That doesn't matter. Jay's constant movement and controlling of this high ground, and then once he's lost control of the high ground, his reestablishment of his position really leads to his team and himself doing an unbelievable job in this game. Next time you play Team Deathmatch on Hazard, hopefully you can use the Mark of J's example and to establish some dominance on the map Hazard. And for some videos, if you haven't caught before, there's a great Mark of the prequel to this, the Mark of J Hazard Domination, and then a great Summit formula. A team that we played, we lost to, had a formula for establishing position on the rail side, which gave them access and control of both the A and the C flag. Hopefully you're able to learn something from the second part of the Mark of J breakdown. And until next time, I hope to catch you on Xbox Live.